What's up, guys? Can't really do much today because, as you can see from compliments of Washington weather, it is a pretty dreary day. So I'm gonna go to the store and see if there's any watches that catch my eye. Today I'm rocking my Seiko SUN065 PROSPEX Kinetic GMT watch. I'll probably do a review on this one later, but today my main focus is to just see if there's anything cool, and then we'll do maybe like a first impression / unboxing video, and we'll go from there. All right. Shopping. You see I got my super healthy Doritos, and I said I was gonna get a Seiko, and that's what I got. This is, let's see if I got some information here, SRPB51, or the Seiko Samurai. I got a pretty good deal on it. We're looking at about $330, and you know, well below MSRP, so can't complain about that. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at it. So here we go. Oh, it's upside down. But yeah, I couldn't say no to this. I've always wanted a Seiko Samurai. Really, what's the selling point for me is that knurled bezel. I absolutely love knurled bezels on any watch. I think it really gives it a industrial look. So far, I've been very pleased with it. I mean, in the 15 minutes that I've owned it, it's got a very good heft to it. So let's go ahead and go back to home base and do some more initial impressions. And I'll see you guys soon. Just a little talking point or a discussion. On the internet forums, I've seen a lot of questions on, you know, what exactly do you consider a budget-friendly watch? And, you know, that's a really objective, or actually, no, sorry, it's a subjective opinion, because everyone's version of what is budget-friendly is different. You know, you've got some people who make $30,000 a year, and then you've got other people that make, you know, $300,000 a year. So, you know, budget friendly could vary between $50 to $300 to $500 up to a couple $1,000. I think really the factor that is even across the board, from somebody who is low income to somebody who is high income, is budget friendly is really when you aren't trying to hide your most recent purchase from your spouse. So if you feel like you've got to hide what you bought, regardless of price, from your wife or your husband or boyfriend or girlfriend, then that's when you have exited the realm of budget friendliness. So yeah, just take that into account. And I guess also there's a guilt factor. If you feel a little bit guilty but you decide to buy it anyways, then you're probably outside of your budget friendliness zone as well. Just food for thought, something to talk about on the drive home. Again, I'll see you guys in a second, and we'll talk about the Seiko Samurai. All right, we're back home. So let's go ahead and just do a quick first impressions. Remember, guys, this isn't a review or anything because I literally just got the watch. But so far, I'm very happy with it. Let's go ahead and do a little 360 and see what we're working with here. This is the box that it comes in. Very standard Seiko box, if you are familiar with them. Still good quality, but nothing to write home about. And I am, of course, still wearing the Seiko SUN065. I can't wait to do a review on this one because I've been absolutely in love with this one. But here we go. So here's the front. There's really something that you can't see just through a picture on Amazon or the internet. You really do have to see something move with the lighting and everything to really get a grasp of what you're working with here. That's why I like to do these 360 views. There's your PROSPEX Waves logo. And I really do like that they don't have a see-through case back. You know, I do like the see-through case back. I think it's kind of cool, but at the same time, I like a solid case back. It also leaves the watch with a little bit of mystery, and it looks more professional in my opinion. But again, with that knurled bezel, really clean. And the crown too, I think that looks really sleek. It just looks like a machine, if you get what I'm talking about. And the bracelet, of course, is pretty good quality. I would say mid-range to higher low range Seiko quality. You know, obviously better than your stamped or folded steel from Casio. But again, it seems like a low maintenance bracelet, something that I'm not going to be worried about all the time on damaging. The bezel does turn, unidirectional bezel, 120 click. It operates just fine. I'm not a fan of 120 click bezels though. I prefer the Citizen's 60 click bezel, and I've got one here. Like, just listen to that. Like, it's so much more pronounced. Each click, it's deliberate and just feels more powerful. And you know, that's probably because I've got these fat Mongo fingers, so I prefer the more, you know, less subtle 60 click than the more elegant 120 click. But also it kind of just feels, I guess, muddier, if that's the right way to describe it. But still operates just fine, and it looks really clean. I really like how they have the minute markers throughout the entire bezel, and the indices look great too. All very pronounced. The minute and hour hands are very easy to read. I really like that. This is designed to be a dive watch, if you ask me. Very easy to read, and I'm sure the LumiBrite is fantastic, as it is with all other Seikos. I'm not going to do a lume shot today, just because I don't have the time, but you know, if you know LumiBrite from Seiko, then you don't need to see it. You already know that it's going to be fantastic. Something I've noticed that was interesting, I didn't know that the Samurais had, but let's see if I can do this here through the viewfinder. So if you, on this bottom half right here, or near the clasp, it extends like that, and I'm going to just assume that that is for when you're putting on a wetsuit. So that way it extends the band just enough for you to comfortably wear it over, you know, that thick wetsuit material. So just a cool little touch, and then it just clips right back on like that. Yeah, and let's do some dimensions here. Hopefully I don't mess this up. One thing you don't realize is how hard it is to operate looking through a viewfinder. But here we go. So case diameter, we're looking at about 43.7, 43.8. Keep in mind, none of this is like super accurate because I am doing it through a viewfinder. Diameter with the crown, about 47.8. And then let's do thickness, case thickness, about 13 millimeters. And then lug to lug, this is always the hardest one for me to do. Alright, we're looking at about 48.7, and then a band thickness, let's see, 22. I love 22 millimeter bands. They're very common, easy to find, and also for my wrist size, I do have a thicker wrist. And let's do a wrist shot actually. Yeah, but for those of you with, you know, the 7 or 7.5 inch wrists, 22 millimeters is the way to go. But there we go, that's what we're looking at. So I mean, you can tell that this is a loud watch. It has presence on your wrist. People are gonna notice it. I think this is definitely a power move to wear the Seiko Samurai. And I mean, it's called the frickin' Samurai, you know, like most feared warriors in feudal Japan. You can't beat that. It's, even the name is cool. I do like that white background in the date window. It makes it easier to see. So yeah, so far I've been very pleased. I will probably wear this, you know, every day or every other day for the next month. Give you my 2 cents on what I think about the watch. But so far, I'm very pleased. I'm not going to recommend it to you. That's really on you because I don't think I've got a a valid opinion on it yet, but I think I'm going to enjoy it as much as I enjoy all my other Seikos. And also, if you're still watching this video, from the time that I left the store to the time that I got here and I'm recording this film or this video, I am now officially over 1,000 subscribers, and that is fantastic. I remember about a year ago, I remember telling my wife, all I want is 50 subscribers and I'll be happy. I will be complete, you know, in my YouTube career. Because I thought 50 subscribers was a lot. And we kept going, and now I'm at 1,000, and that's all thanks to you guys. So, if I could, I would give all of you a gift, but I am not that rich, so I can only do one. So we're going to do a giveaway, and I will post another video with the details, but basically it's going to involve you going to the Facebook group, and then basically just putting your name down, and then I will add you to the drawing, and then a month from now, I will pull the name and give it back to you. This isn't really to bring more traffic to the channel. This is just a fair way for me to give you guys a gift, but I can only pick one of you guys. So yeah, so be on the lookout for that next video where I give you the deets on how to enter for the giveaway. But other than that, that's all I gotta say for now. I hope that you enjoy this video, and if I do get some positive feedback, I'll continue to do these shopping episodes. Today was just a pilot trial run. You know, I was bored, it was a rainy day, and I'm sure you guys are bored too, so, you know, here's a little fun video to do and watch and whatever. So, anyways, again, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys next time. Alright, bye.